Life is hard getting up every day, experiencing the same thing to the one that you love the most. Between the arguing and the hitting, I do not belong here. I am numb to my daily activities, and I am tired. I do not want to be here any longer. I just wish I would die. I do not understand why I deserve this. Why has God left me alone? Those are the words of a victim sitting on the floor of a dark room in a fetal position while their children are closed in the room in tears, holding each other, wishing that it will all end. I'm Danielle Richardson. I'm here to speak with you about spousal abuse. Spousal abuse is, in terms of emotions, when one spouse speaks negatively to demean the other spouse and form a pattern of neglect. Physical abuse is in terms shoving, pushing, slapping, or any other deliberate act of assault. Statistics show, even right here in the state of North Carolina, that people die every year from homicides and from spousal abuse. 2012 in Wake County, there were 11 homicides and 4 in Wilson County that same year. Each year there's a different pattern, but I noticed that in 2010 and 2009, both Wake County and Wilson County each had the same amount of homicides caused by spousal abuse. Wake County had 5 and Wilson County had 2. The North Carolina Department of Justice updates this system every year in February. The information provided for 2012 was updated February 28, 2013, and exactly 30 days after this statistical update, they released a statement saying that although those facts are real, that is exactly what occurred, they have found evidence of more homicides caused by spousal abuse, because you must remember that each incident of spousal abuse is not reported. So therefore, you might not have all the information when homicides occur, even when cases are closed. Spousal abuse can come to an end through using the local law enforcement agencies, organizations in your community, such as a local domestic violence shelter, and spiritual counseling, and keeping your eye focused on God, because you never know. This could be your child, your sibling, your cousin, niece, nephew, or you. But help is available. All offenders of spousal abuse are not automatically sent to jail, because the victim may not want that. They would rather prefer that the behavior changes and they seek couples counseling to get assistance to improve their marriage, to save their marriage for their families, and because they truly do love each other. Spousal abuse does not mean that they do not love one another. It simply means that there could be a pattern that has formed in one of the spouse's lives from seeing such abuse as a child, and they have repeated that same cycle that could have been passed down from generation after generation. It could be because they suffer from lack of self-love, lack of self-esteem. They have issues as far as jealousy. Victims that seek prosecution may receive a temporary restraining order. The offender will go before the judge, as well as jail time. First offenses may receive probation with the meeting of certain programs specified by the judge. Second offenders may experience 6 months minimum imprisonment here in the state of North Carolina. But it's very important that a victim and the offender, especially the victim though, makes a decision to end the cycle of spousal abuse. Because without that decision, you can't make the first step to healing. Once that decision is made, you can seek out the resources necessary for that change. seek God, enforce your faith, strengthen your faith, so that you may be able to walk firmly in His word, because God values human life. He values the ability for us to be able to express to one another our experiences, because it is part of our healing and it can heal others as well. So just because you experience spousal abuse, you do not have to be a victim or offender forever. There is help available. Just remember, once you have started that process and your healing has begun, you will rise to the occasion and be a better person for not only yourself, for your children, for your spouse, but because that's what God intended when He created us in His image. For He loved us. Remember, marriage is not one person, him or her. It is when they become joined in the holy matrimony, they become one. And in that oneness, when one spouse hurts the other, they hurt themselves. Thank you. How long was that?